Thank you for boarding the Good Pod Guide flight GPG 6084. My name's Lauren Windle and I'll be your captain today. We're embarking on a short journey to help you find your next favourite podcast. Don't forget to strap in. Bit my lip earlier, eating a Percy pig, and it has really hurt. And I do feel a bit like the walking wounded. And I know it's not the biggest injury, but when you bite your lip, you know that really hurts. That is so painful. And then once it's swollen up a bit, you're liable to bite it again because it's like a bit swollen and protruding. So it's like the sword of Damocles hanging over me, and I'm just waiting to bite into it again and feel that pain. And to add insult to injury, the Percy pig I ate turned out to be sugar-free, so it was unexpectedly chewy. And I think that that's just the comeuppance I get for trying to have pudding after my breakfast toast. Maybe breakfast is just not supposed to be 2 courses. Anyway, we live and learn. So I've been looking through the charts for the podcasts in the UK, and what I'm noticing is that the comedians podcast, the funny podcasts, are ranking really highly. And today's podcast is no different. It's not technically comedians. Oh no, maybe they would call themselves comedians. But anyway, this is No Such Thing as Fish. And there are a lot of laughs and plenty of knowledge. It's written by and presented by the writers of QI, and they sit down and discuss 4 facts that they've gathered from the last 7 days. There are 4 presenters, but 2 chiefs, and these are Dan, I want to say Schreiber. Sorry about that, Dan, and James Harkin. Unlike a lot of podcasts, they do have different accents. Often I find that it can be hard to tell the difference between podcast hosts, but these guys are not vocally indiscriminate, which is great because that can get tough. And I'm looking at you, the high-low. Here are a few facts that I have learned from this podcast. Number 1, the world's largest penis is only 2 inches shorter than the world's smallest man. Take that one to the pub with you guys. Okay, number 2. The milk used to make Ben & Jerry's ice cream comes from massaged cows. It's getting good. Number 3. In 2003, 3 people in Mexico died of acne. And number 4, the conga was illegal in Cuba, as this politician thought it had inappropriate moves. But that politician was put in prison, and his son fled to America, where he became the king of the conga and went on tour teaching all the Americans how to do the dance. So there's some pretty interesting stuff in there. There are more than 380 episodes. There's a big old back catalogue, and it's the CSPP again, the classic successful podcast pattern, with earlier episodes at 30 minutes and more recent episodes lasting more like an hour. Back in 2014, the year the podcast was released, No Such Thing as Fish was named by Apple as the best new podcast, and the accolades have continued to pour in. It really is a great podcast. And I think it takes incredible talent and intelligence to make 4 facts funny, engaging, and new and interesting for a whole hour. But they do it, and they do it with high production quality and a lot of laughs. You don't have to listen to the lot. It's not like it's a running story, but dip in and out. And I don't think you'll be disappointed. In the next episode, you can hear me review the first and only Pulitzer Prize-winning podcast on the Good Pod Guide. Spoiler alert, I liked it. We've put all you need to know about the show on our website, www.goodpodguide.com. So go check that out. You can also follow us at Good Pod Guide on Instagram and Twitter.